If you haven't heard, South Africa has been sanctioned. 3 points deducted and 3 goals deducted and given to Lesotho. Now, this news gladdens my heart, but also saddens my heart because this takes me all the way back to last month. Or is it beginning of this month? Earlier this month, where we could have gotten the 3 points against South Africa. And I could say, okay, maybe this is a match. That was a match we could have drawn. And it takes me back all the way back to when we were losing to Lesotho, Benin Republic, our earlier form of the World Cup qualifier series. Now, if we have done our job against South Africa, we would have done our job earlier in the World Cup qualifiers campaign. You won't be in this position. Now, this kind of opens the table for both Nigeria and Benin Republic. Benin Republic are currently topping the league with goal difference. Topping the table, actually, with goal difference. And then South Africa has second, same points, 14 points with them. But with them 3 goals minus, they now have 3 goal difference. It opens the group. Nigeria have an opportunity. If we win Lesotho, and I think Benin, our last match, then we have the opportunity to qualify. And now the only thing we are praying is for South Africa to lose 1 or 2 of the game. And in both games of Benin Republic and Lesotho, we need to score maximum goals, like a lot of goals for us to close the gap. Because even if we win our next match, and let's say South Africa loses or draws, they're still 1 point ahead of us. Or they loses, they're still 1 point ahead of us. So we have to pray somehow, they bottles both matches. That's the only prayer here. Somehow, they bottles both matches. See, I think it's better for both of us, South Africa and Nigeria, not to go. Benin Republic should go. Genuinely, Benin Republic should go. I am happy with this news and I'm not happy because we are here. We are in this position because of our carelessness. Because of our carelessness, starting from Jose Pesero to Finidi George. Our World Cup qualifiers has been abysmal, shambolic, picking up 11 points from 7 games. And I think our last match, because whenever a result doesn't go the way everyone expects for a team, the best person to attack is the manager. And we saw it when we drew against South Africa. A lot of the blame went to the manager, and rightly so. Maybe for changing a winning team, maybe fielding William Trusecon, who scored the own goal that we later equalized that sent us to 1-1. But there were a lot of things that were against us in that match, including the pitch. That might not be an excuse, but I'm saying okay. At that position, we shouldn't be discussing, oh, Nigeria is still fighting for qualifiers. We should be sitting comfortably on the top of that table. If you look at the teams that we are playing in the World Cup qualifiers, I don't think none of them has close to the quality we have. The only team close, and they are not even close in terms of quality, because in terms of quality we blew them out of the water, is South Africa. And you can't tell me we have the current African best and the previous African best in a team, and South Africa, bruh, serious man. One of the best keeper in Africa in Wabali. We have someone like Alex Iwobi, a Premier League superstar, Kevin Bassey. We have players. If it's for players, we have players, and we shouldn't be in this condition. If it's for players, we have players, and this brings me to what I say every flipping time, is that Nigeria have players, but we don't have a team. We don't have a team. We don't really have a team. I'm excited about South Africa. See, at this point, I genuinely didn't want South Africa. I genuinely didn't care. If South Africa get deducted or not. Because I'm like, what difference does it make? What guarantees them deducting them points? Because the worst part, if those points get deducted and they still goes ahead and qualify for the World Cup. If they goes ahead and qualify for the World Cup, that's the annoying part. And I'm like, I kind of blame FIFA and CAF. Why wasn't this point deducted earlier on? before the previous international break. And I think our next qualifiers will be October. I think October, yes. The next international break will be for friendlies, Venezuela and Colombia. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if we get those friendlies, get everything sorted out, and these two upcoming matches are matches where the coach can experiment. Do your experiment and go to the remaining World Cup qualifiers and get maximum points. And like I said, if Nigeria don't qualify, or not like I said, like Miguel Obi said, if Nigeria don't qualify for the World Cup for second time in a row, the whole NFF board should be sacked. And I won't even blame the coach, because the Jose Pesero and Fini the judge had already killed our dream. Like I said, if Nigeria doesn't qualify for the World Cup in USA, there need to be consequences. They need to hand some people P45. They need to hand the NFF president, the whole technical board, sack everybody. Sack everybody. You can't tell me one of the biggest, the best footballing nation in Africa misses the World Cup 2 times in a row. That's a disgrace. Nigeria don't qualify for World Cup. Now, the ground has been leveled. We are 11 points. 3 points gets us to 14. And luckily, I think Benin Republic last 2 matches is us and South Africa. So we need them to dock points against South Africa. Maybe at least take the whole points against South Africa and we beat them. Nigeria has to be in this 2026 upcoming World Cup. Like, I need to watch Nigeria, because during that period, I wish league football would be available, and I'm like, I won't really pay attention to that World Cup much. But I can't be watching World Cup and I'm supporting England, or like, I'm going Spain, or I need to see Nigeria play. I genuinely need to see Nigeria play. So that's the video. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my main channel, PKF, and I'll see you in the next one. You go be.